So I'm extremely frustrated. I've currently been sidelined in the real estate market and I can't seem to purchase a home in Florida. Florida is a crazy market. And here in California, if you watch my last video, I go over current stats and how I'm currently seeing the market slow down a little bit. And today I wanted to go over what the real estate market is doing at the moment right now. Is there a crash coming? If you own a house, should you sell right now and take your chips off the table and rent? Or should you stay where you're at? So there's a lot of factors that go into this, and it all depends on where you are at in life and what you want to do. But if you're thinking about selling, it could be a good time. And I also have some news too if you're thinking about jumping into the real estate market and trying to get a home. So let's get into it. So all this data I'm going to share with you is on a national level. Most of it's by Realtor.com. So we see here in March that listings have declined 18.9% year over year. The total inventory of unsold homes, including pending listings, declined 12.5%. The inventory of active listings was down 62.3% compared to 2020. In other words, for every 5 homes available for sale in the earlier period, today there are just 2. So we knew that inventory basically non-existent, and it continues to be that way, I think. Couple more bullet points here. So newly listed homes were down 3.4% nationally compared to a year ago and down 5% for large metros over the past years. Sellers still listed at rates 12.2% lower than typical 2017 to 2019 levels prior to the pandemic. The March national median listing price for active listings was $405,000, up 13.5% compared to last year and up 26.5% compared to March of 2020. In large metros, median listing prices grew by 9.1% compared to last year on average. Nationally, the typical home spent 38 days on the market in March, down 11 days from the same time last year and down 21 days from March of 2020. All right, so we all know there's not a lot of inventory. If you're a buyer in the market, you've probably been competing with a lot of other buyers trying to get your house. And for sellers, this is a great time. You have buyers that are chomping at the bit to get into this market, and your house has probably appreciated quite substantially if you've owned your house for the past at least 2 years. So if you watch my last video, go ahead and watch it. I talk about how I think inventory is going to continue to grow in the real estate market. It's traditionally in summertime, you see more listings anyways, but I think a lot of people are going to recognize that their house is up substantially and they probably will end up taking their chips off the table and run with the bag and potentially rent. So inventory may see growth by summertime. The total number of unsold homes nationwide, a metric that includes active listings and listings in various stages of the selling process that are not yet sold, is down 12.2% from March of 2021. This is also a smaller rate of decline compared to last month's 15.3% decline. If current trends persist, we may see active and total listings grow over last year by June or July. And an argument here is, even though inventory is going to grow, Kyle, there's so much demand, even with rising interest rates, that it's not going to matter. Well, to me, I think that if interest rates continue to rise, like I said, I'm looking at a DSCR loan and rates at 5.8. We were spoiled last year when they're at the 3%. If you're looking at a conventional loan, you're in the 2s. I even heard of people getting 1.99% interest rate loans. So we're still relatively low, but that consistent trend is upward with interest rates. And so I think by summertime, when interest rates continue to grow and more inventory comes to market, buyers are not going to be paying that top-notch price, and they will be discouraged and end up renting as well. So what does this mean for you as a seller? I'll let you know. Let's keep going over some numbers real quick. The number of pending listings on a typical day, listings that are at various stages of the selling process that are not yet sold, has declined by 7.4% compared to last March, indicating that a moderation in demand is softening the rate of turnover in inventory. The moderation is likely caused by the combination of rising interest rates and all-time high listing prices that have increased the cost of financing 80% over the typical home listing by $375 per month. That's $4,500 per year, or 30% higher than this time last year. For homebuyers who are still actively searching for a home, this could provide some relief as competition declines. However, it indicates that some homebuyers may have put buying plans on hold, despite the fact that the current rental market offers little relief from high prices. Okay, so what does this all mean, Kyle? Obviously, there's not a lot of inventory. We still have demand for houses. It's slowly declining as interest rates go up, and interest rates will continue to go up, and home prices are at an all-time high right now. So as a seller, if I were you and you're thinking about moving and you want to move within the next couple of years, right now is your time. Right now is your time. You want to sell, make sure you get this demand before it goes away, because I will tell you this, no matter what you see in the headlines or what people tell you, if you want to sell, right now is the time. And it just depends on where you're at in life. I tell my clients this all the time. You know, if you're a younger person, you have some real estate, you can hold and you'll be fine for 30 years if you have that 30-year fix. If you don't, refinance right now, get a 30-year fixed loan. And if you're older and you're thinking about selling, might as well take your chips off the table if you want to go to a different state, or if you just want to rent and see what the market does. You're already up, and you do not want to lose that money that's in your house as prices decline and demand softens. So today, I think that if you're a seller and you want to sell over the next couple of years, do it now. If you're a buyer, you might want to hold off to the end of this year. I think that we will see prices soften. I don't think the market's going to crash. I think it'll soften by 10, 15, 20%. Just depends on what market you're in. Here in Orange County, we always have a pretty steady, healthy market. A lot of people want to move here. A lot of people with money come here, and we don't see substantial crashes. So if you're at a later stage in life and you're relying on the equity in your home to retire, then I would highly suggest you sell and start renting. Rents have obviously gone up too, but at least you'll have that nest egg nice and safe and tucked away, and you've capitalized on the real estate market rather than shooting yourself in the foot, maybe come 2-3 years down the road where half of your equity is wiped out. Again, no one has a crystal ball with real estate, but age does play a factor in where you're at in life, whether you should buy or sell, or if you should just hold real estate. And as for me, I'm going to take a step back from the real estate market and wait towards the end of this year to see what happens, unless a good deal comes up. But I'm hoping there are some little price declines so I can get into that Florida market. If you're my real estate agent in Florida and you're watching this, I apologize, making you run around, going to open houses, checking out houses. But hey, it's going to happen. It'll happen for all of us if you're trying to get in the market. Again, if you're a seller, put your house on the market right now. Take the chips off the table. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.